All right. Glad you're all here. Welcome to your Thursday Power Flow with Weights. I'm Heather. If I've not met you before, um, you have a good old time here in New Albany. So, like any yoga practice, listening to your body, we obviously incorporate weights into our practice. So, make it heavy, make it light, make them invisible. It doesn't matter. You already showed up here. So let's get started in an easy seat. Any seat that feels good in your body. And then once you kind of find that little space, you can go ahead and close your eyes down. Figure out where you want to put your arms, if you want them in your lap. You're creating that good juju to move forward in our practice. So we want to be fully present. So as you sit here, just take a breath in, shrug your shoulders up towards your ears. And then exhale, nice, deliberate roll down the back. And you just let yourself easily breathe in and out. And it's just like a nice, slow pace because you're cultivating the presence of your practice. You are finding yourself, in this space of challenge, yet support, non-judgment, yet, curiosity, right? Because we're going to move through a series of poses that might be a little bit different because, of course, we're using these light weights. And today we'll be challenged a bit with one heavy, whether you double them up in one arm or not. So as we sit here nice and tall, let's go ahead and bring in some breath work. So as you breathe in, circle sweep those arms way overhead. Nice big inhale. Exhale, bring them alongside your body. Breathe in, nice reach tall. Exhale, nice release. And then last time, arms reach way overhead. Just leave them here for a minute. Really feel that reach up to the ceiling. And you're going to do a little side body. Lean to the right. Bring that right hand down to the right side and just lean all the way over to the left. The belly can still be soft if you want. You can roll that top wrist one way and then the other. And then pressing into that right palm, both hands reach nice and tall, finding that inhale, exhale, side bend all the way over to the left. Same thing here, just breathing into the side body, just noticing what you feel here. We're maybe rolling through that wrist. And then pressing to that palm, big hands both come up tall. And then just bring them down in front of you. Walk your hands all the way from you. Tuck the chin to the chest. And you can walk your hands over to one side, the other side, because we're getting a little bit into that low mid back. Staying nice and soft with the breath. And then you'll slowly walk those hands all the way back up. And then we're going to make our way to our tabletop. So you just either stack the knees, roll over on one hip, come to the knees and the palms. And then wherever you are landing, we're going to move through the spine. So as you breathe in, you let the belly fall low down towards the mat, and then you look forward. That's a breath in. And then as you breathe out, you tuck the chin really slowly into your chest as you round through the back body, press through the palms. Inhale, belly's low, gaze forward. And then exhale, round, press, stretch. And then the next couple of rounds, you move in and out of these shapes or other shapes. I'm a big advocate of personalizing your practice. If you've known me or never known me, yoga is all about you. I'm just here facilitating. I'm giving suggestions of things we can do. And then you make choices. I like this. I don't like that. I will try this. Maybe I won't try that. And it's good, right? It doesn't matter. So after you get a couple more stretches in your body as you listen and feel, you're going to look underneath your body and send those knees back about 6 inches, that modified push-up position, because we really want to get into that upper body strength right away. If you want to pop all the way up to the full top push-up position, you're welcome to do that too. Make sure the fingers spread nice and wide. The shoulders are over the wrist creases. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower down halfway, squeezing the side arms to your body. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower down halfway. Nice, gazes down. Inhale, press back up. Lower down halfway. Breathe in, rise up. Lower down halfway. Last time, come up. Lower down halfway. Come back up, and then hips to heel. Just finding yourself in a little bit of a closed knee child's pose. One last stretch through the back body. And then when the time is right from here, give yourself, maybe just a couple of breaths, and we're all meeting in downward facing dog. And you know how to get into that posture because you just press into the palms, you tuck all those toes under, you lift the hips up to the back of the room. And then when you come here, maybe find a little bit more movements, right? You can pedal through the heels, find your breath. Come to realize, downward facing dog is really not the most easiest pose to get into, but you try to make it easy by letting that weight shift more towards the back of the room. Breathe in and breathe out. Next inhale, you're going to look forward, bend into both knees, high toes. As you breathe out, tippy toe all the way to the front of the mat, be in a forward fold, hang out here for a moment. So you can grab opposite elbows if you like, or your hands can stay low. You can shift your hips side to side. You can move through the cervical spine, which is your neck. You can nod it. You can lightly shake it. As big of a bend in the knees as you like. Because you're listening and you're feeling and you're being. And then the hands come back down to the earth. Let's find a halfway lift. So hands slide up the shins, top of the head comes to the street side. Exhale, lower all the way down. Breathe in, big reach all the way up to the ceiling. Hands come to heart center. Pause here for a moment. Upright for the first time on our mats. Setting that intention. So as we create something that we wish for ourselves or someone else, that conscious entity of making it come true, your intention, sends out vibration. So set that for yourself now. Set it out into the universe. And we'll share energy amongst ourselves. So take a big breath in, a big breath out. The energy of our breath rising up, and exhale coming out. So next inhale, arms circle sweep high mountain reach up high. Exhale, fold forward, finding our flow. Breathing in a little halfway lift. Exhale, folding down, bending the knees, hand to the earth, step back, high plank shape. Breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Sure, we can. Untuck those toes, press into palms, cobra, lift up to the chin and chest. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes, press into palms. Inhale, press up, high plank shape or a tabletop. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathing it in and breathing it out. Next inhale, looking forward, bending those knees. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding down. Rising up, high mountain, stretching, big length to the side body. This time, exhale, fold all the way back down. Lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding down, hands to the earth, step back, high plank shape, breathe in, shift forward. Exhale, take it high to low. You got choices. Upward facing or cobra still as you inhale. Exhale, making your way to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. One more time like that. Breathe in, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, feet to hands. Lifting up, folding down. Rising up, high mountain, breathing in, big stretch. Exhale, fold forward. Nice. Lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold hands to the earth. Step back, chaturanga as you lower to your degree. Upward facing, inhaling. Downward facing, exhaling. Nice breath in. Nice breath out. We're going to come to the top of the mat. So big breath in, look forward, bend those knees. Exhale, feet to hands, lifting up. Exhale, fold. Rising up, high mountain, big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Leave that right foot at the top of the mat. Big step back with that left foot. So you're in that right lunge. And then what we're going to find here is we're going to bring our arms into goalpost, lift, and then bend into both knees. Lifting up, Bring it down. Nice. So this is the dynamic movement in our lower body is we stretch through these big muscles, the hamstrings, the quads, the hip flexors, and always your own pace as you move in your body, but just 4 more. 3, 2, last 1. Open up nice and wide to the left. And what we're going to do here, bring our hands to our hips. We're going to warm up a little bit through our thighs. So you're going to take that right leg, bring it center, come back through to the face the wall. So you have to pivot a little bit on one foot. And I know it's hard to do that on your mat, but you just do the best you can. You're just dipping side to side, kind of bringing that adduction into your leg as you bring the knee to center. 4, be in the moment. You got 3. Nice range of motion. You got 2. Wherever you're at, get 1 more in on each side, and then we're going to face to the back of the room. So now you're in that left crescent lunge, and we got the guys at the front leading this way. So we got left leg forward, right leg back, arms and goalposts, reaching up, both legs kind of straight, and then exhale, bend down, bend in both knees. So lifting and lowering at your own pace, at your own leisure, as you warm up through the second side. Legs, yes, ankles, bottom of the feet, a little bit into the shoulders. Just got 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, step that right foot up to the left or at the back of the mat, bend at both knees, find a chair pose right here. Arms reach overhead, gaze over that right shoulder, right arm back, left hand forward, open palms to the right wall. Inhale, come back through the center chair. Bring that left hand back, right hand. Nice. Come back to center stair. Go ahead, straighten through both legs, hands on the hip. Open up nice and wide over to the left side wall. Beautiful. So now what we're going to do here, we did more of the knees. So in the center, we're going to touch our opposite hand with heel. So you're going to touch and touch right here. Try to stay tall. And this is a big stretch, like the IT band, right? So maybe it doesn't even touch, but you just have that internal rotation of the ankle side to side. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Legs nice and wide. Hands interlace through the lower back. Knuckles down. Heart rises up. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. See if you can keep the connection of your hands. Head is really heavy. Fingertips either reach to the back of the room or overhead or any version that feels good for you. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower the hands underneath your face. Wide-legged forward fold. Yogi's choice. You can bend in deeply in one leg, and then you could switch it off, do a big bend in the other leg. Or you could come center and just bend both legs at the same time. You have choices. Great way to get into the inner thighs your way today. Just a couple more rounds. You got it. We'll come back to center in 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward fold. Hands to hips. Firm to belly. Inhale, rise all the way up. Turn those toes forward. Right foot steps up the left, top of the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth. Find that high plank shape, top of a cushion. Hold here. Hold right here. Toes come to the edges of the mat. Opposite shoulder tap. So you pick up the right hand, touch the left shoulder, bring it to the earth. Left hand comes up, touches right shoulder. And your gaze is down and you're just doing shoulder taps. Side to side. Trying to minimize that rocking. And of course you can speed it up. But remember this whole time, anytime we're in a plank, that's core. Top of the head to the tips of your toes. Because we're activating the arms, the shoulders, the back, the whole front of our torso, that big rectus abdominis muscle, the legs, top and bottom. So you will see a lot of times in this type of class, we bring in that core, we bring in the planks. You just have 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those knees. Nice work. Hips to heels. This is where I usually say you can interlace your fingers to give them a nice roll, or you can come forward. Fingers can face one another, rock back and forth, or rotate them all the way from you. Thumbs out and then move back and forth. Any way that you can find a little bit of release through your wrist. Whenever we come down, it's a lot of extra pressure. We're not used to having our hands like this all the time. So we got to build that strength. From here, sip of water. Make sure your weights, that one heavy, is at the top of your mat. And then we all come to downward facing dog. And if you can, you try to use that downward facing dog as your little bit of a recovery pose. So you let the hips go heavy back, head falls in between your open arms. Try to rotate the eyes of the elbows facing one another so you open up a little bit more through that upper back. Same thing with the thighs. Can you feel them rotating towards one another? Heels inch closer to the mat. Doesn't matter how far they go. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. When you are ready, next inhale, look forward, bend those knees. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Lifting up halfway. Exhale, folding down, grabbing that one heavy weight, and then slowly rising all the way up. We're going to come to the center of our mat, facing over to the left. So, center of the mat, heels in, toes up. We're just going to start with a little bit of squats because we didn't do a lot of those. So we're going to hold our way here and just go down and up your own pace. So thighs are opening. As you come up, booty is squeezing. You're trying to be heavy in the bottom part of your body. And then we're going to do some curls. So down, pull it up. Down. When you go down, curl it up. And yes, of course, if you're like, Heather, I want heavier weights, you can do that too. We're not saying you're super long, but I just want you to have that sensation of this big muscle movement in our body. And we're connecting it with our breath. So it's down. As you come up, that's your exhale. And at any time, as you're moving in your body, if something feels better, you want to get to another part of it, you do that, right? Because we're on our own mats, we're just paying attention. We just have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Walk your feet in together. We're going to walk over to the right side of our mat. Right hand comes, it's going to come beside your shoulder, left hand on your hip. So it's going to be a single shoulder press up overhead, and then a side step to the left, side bend, so the left knee gets bent, a single arm roll, reach, pull, bring it, step back, lift, side bend, single arm row. And as you come up, you can even bring that inside knee up if you want. Yeah. Lift that knee up if you want. Side step, stay for a moment, do that arm row, come up, press it up. Yep. Ooh. And again, don't worry, right? Like if you're thinking, oh, Heather, this is too many steps. You do you. As long as you're moving safely in your body, it's the right move for you. And we're doing that one heavy. And we will get to both sides, of course. Just had 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish it off. Come back through the center. You can bring your arm down. You can give a couple little shoulder rolls if you want. We're going to do alternating single arm row. So how that looks is you're going to come low in your booty, keep that shoulder over your weight, hips as best you can. So you're going to pull up the weight, single arm row straight, bend low, alternate the arms, leg straight, pull it up center of the chest, elbow points out to the side. So you always got a weight in your hand. You just alternate it at the bottom. And so you're feeling this a lot in the inner thighs because guess what? You're bending pretty low. And if you're like, Heather, I can't do that, then maybe you stick with this or grab 2 weights. right? You can do that too. There's always another way. There's always another way. And I would rather you listen to your body than do something unsafe or use invisible weights, right? Because we're strengthening through our body here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Even it out wherever you're at. Nice. Okay. Come back up to the body. We got to do that second side. So you're going to come all the way over to the left side of the mat. Weight is in the left hand. Bring it up to your shoulder. Right hand on the hip. Remember, we got that single shoulder press, side step, lean, reach over that right shin, little arm row, step it back up, and you could bring that knee to chest if you want. Yep. Take your time. Whew. Cultivating some heat in our body. And we want to do that really full exhale. Because when you do that, guess what? You completely empty your lungs. Well, almost completely. And then that rush of air comes back in. We got that full oxygenation. Send them right to the muscles because they're working hard right now. And you are working harder. You got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last round. Crank it out. Nice work. Come back to the center of the mat. You can bring your arm down, do a couple little shoulder rolls. Coming back to that center squat, but we're going to do a press with our weight overhead. So start off here, weight in the center, down and up. And then when you feel fancy, lift overhead. Again, you can do double weights. You can do no weights. Down. That's your exhale. And have a little engagement of this belly. So you know where your belly button is. Think about sucking that in. It goes towards your spine, protecting your lower back. And then you're getting a little extra, right? Because you're engaging those center muscles in the front of our body. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it low, low, low. Figure 8. Bring the weights behind the leg, behind the leg, behind the legs. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone can squat about another inch down. Get that booty nice and heavy. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leave that weight down, forward fold. Straighten through the legs. Make sure your toes are pointing to the side wall. Just a little release here. That probably feels really good through the hamstrings, the quads, because we did a lot of engagement there. Nice. You got it. Woo. And then from here, bring your hands to your hips, firm through that belly. Use the inhale, rise all the way up with control. Turn your hips forward. Follow the back foot, stand up at the top of the mat. Make our way down to our mat. So big breath in, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth, high plank shape, fold here. Fold here. Nice. And then what we're going to do, go ahead, drop to your knees. You can get a sip of water. We're going to come back to that high plank shape. Toes to the edges of the mat. And then the one heavy, we're going to transfer the weight side to side while we're in the high plank shape. So start off with the weight either behind the left or right wrist. Toes to the edges of the mat, gazes down. You can also bring your knees down too, right? In that modified push-up position. Take the weight, bring it over to the right side, left hand back down, side to side. Trying to minimize the rocking in our body as we transfer that weight side to side. Best you can. Yeah, so when you bring that weight across, it goes behind your wrists, if that works best for you. And then you just pick it up with the other hand. Nice control, nice modifications. Minimize that rocking, really engage through the belly. Booties are low. Count us down here. You just got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. You got it. 2. Last one. Drop those knees. 2 choices, hips to heels. Any way we want to come off those wrists, right? Ooh, slow with the breath. You did awesome. That was challenging. Grab your sip of water, a little bit of love to the wrist. Make sure you have your set of weights now up at the top of your mat, downward facing dog. Leave that one heavy to the side. You got it. So from downward facing dog, big breath in, big breath out, full inhale, full exhale. Next breath in, looking forward, bending the knees. Exhale, feet to the top of the mat. Lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold. Grab your set of weights. Roll all the way up to standing. And then you're going to go ahead, bring those weights heart center. We're going to find a lunge. Leave that right foot forward, left foot back. So we're going to hover over that right leg. So the whole time engaging your belly. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an arm row, extension through the triceps, back through, release it down. So it's a pull, extension, bend, release. Pull, squeeze, bend, release. Pull, squeeze. So when that arm comes long behind you, think about squeezing the tricep because we want to make the most of this, right? Nice work. That pull, squeeze, and then where is your breath? Make sure you have that forceful exhale helping you along the way. Count it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Weights to heart center. Come all the way up. Let's open up warrior 2. So dial that back foot down and then have a bend in that front knee. Arms are out wide, palms up to the ceiling. On an inhale, tap those weights up, straighten through that front right leg. Exhale, open them nice and wide. So inhale, reach. Exhale, bend as your arms come out like a T. Overhead, straighten through that front leg. And you can have a little bend in that leg. And I like what you're doing. You can do curls too if that works. Lift and open. Lift. Palms are facing up. 8, 7. Nice control. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those weights to heart center. Pivot back. We're going to find ourselves in a warrior 3. Pressing forward, arms are going to dangle down. We're going to do chest flies. Lift and lower on one leg. Lift and lower. So warrior 3 as you gaze down. This is your exhale as you come open. Inhale as you bring the weights together. As you open wide, bring them together. Nice. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Listen up. Weights to heart center. Come all the way up. Bend that knee up into your chest. Last little bit. Bicep curls. Finish strong. Bicep curls. Standing on one leg. Squeeze it up. 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. It is 4, 3, 2, 1. Step up the front. Arms come long. Give your shoulders a couple of rolls. Slow the breath. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Nice work. Woo. Second side. When you are ready, weights come back to heart center. Now a big step back with that right foot. So you're in a left lunge. Fall with that back foot. Hinge forward. So you got to engage that belly a little bit. And then you have the arms hover on either side of that left knee. So remember, you've got that arm row, extend, bend, release. Squeeze, release, let go. Yep. Nice. Lots of shoulders, but we're sneaking in a little bit of triceps. Remember, and you're your own gauge of your challenge. You know, you don't want to go so far gone that you're exhausted and you don't want to do it, but you don't want it to be so easy that your mind is drifting. Because if you're concentrating, because this is challenging, guess what? You're here in the moment. And that's where I'd rather you be. Just have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage that belly, come all the way up. Now we're going to find that warrior 2, opening up to the right side. Nice bend in the legs. Arms open up wide. Now rotate that palms up to the ceiling. Remember the inhale, straighten through that left leg. Weights tap overhead. You're looking to the right. Open up nice and wide. So this is your inhale and your exhale. And you go at your own pace. And you're feeling a big stretch on the inner right thigh. You're activating through that quadricep. And you're in control. You're in it because you're moving slow and methodical, because you're here and you're feeling every contraction. And guess what? Our bodies may be made up of a lot of big, large muscle groups, but what about all those little guys? So when we do this, we want to get to every part. We want to touch every parts of our body. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Weights come to heart center. Nice. Slow pivot of those hips forward. Remember, we're coming to a warrior 3. So finding yourself leaning forward. Doesn't matter how high that back leg goes. Flex through that foot if that helps. Weights dangle down, looking down. Finding yourself chest flies. That's your exhale as you lift. Try to minimize momentum. We want it to lift slow. Inhale, bring them back down. Exhale, lift slow versus and lifting with this momentum. What are you getting out of that? Be connected with this movement in your body. Nice work here. You just have 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend those weights to your heart. Remember, we're coming all the way up on that left foot, bending the right knee up into the chest. Bicep curls, bring them out at a V shape, and we'll do V bicep curls. So they're out to the side. Again, a little engagement of that belly, nice and tall. We don't want to be leaning way back. We don't want to be leaning forward. So we engage that belly to have a nice long spine, and you just breathe. And if that toe taps down, you bring it back up because you're in it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. Both feet down, put both weights down, come back upright. We're just going to go ahead and circle through the arms. We did a lot of shoulders. Yeah, you can get a sip of water. Just open nice and big one way. Then you can rotate the arms the other way, just loosening through the shoulders, give them a bit of a break. And the tips of the fingers can come to the shoulders. You can rotate them forward and back. Think about drawing circles with your elbows. You can also bring the elbows in and out, opening up through the chest. Nice. Then when you're ready, top of the mat, take a big breath in, arms circle, sweep high. As you breathe out, fold forward all the way back down, lifting up halfway. Exhale, fold, hands to the earth, step back, high plank shape, hold right here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. We'll drop our knees in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees. So the next little series, we're going to do a modified side plank with the left hand down, left knee down. Weight is going to be in the right hand. So you know your modified side plank. So you start at the tabletop. Left hand down, kickstand that left foot. Right leg comes long. So you're going to take that weight into your right hand, float that top leg, and you may want a lighter weight, depending, right? So inhale, reach everything long. Exhale, elbow to knee right in front of your body. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. They may or may not touch. But use the inhale to find that length. Exhale, elbow to knee right in front of your body. Engagement of the core. And actually, this is core. Remember, I told you every time we're coming down to earth on our elbow, on our palms, on our knees, on our toes, core. Nice. Think about the inhale. Think about that exhale. So we're slowing down here a little bit. It's still challenging. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. So you can come back to your tabletop. You can give your wrists a little bit of love in between if they're feeling sore, but you're going to be on the opposite wrist. So now that weight comes to the other side. That right hand will stay down, right foot kicks out. So find yourself in a nice modified side plank here, floating through that top leg. Top arm reaches overhead. That's your inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee right in front of your body. So inhale and exhale. Ooh. Even that standing booty is getting something. How you feeling? You're here, right? You're feeling it. You might be kind of loving it because aren't your endorphins going like, woohoo? And you're like, yes, I'm here. And look how awesome I feel. And look how awesome I look. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice work. You're on your knees, wrists get some love, shoulders, hips, sip of water. Woo. Nice and toasty. We'll do one standing balance pose, and we'll come down and do a little bit of abs. We'll do a quick standing. So what we'll do is when you're ready, we'll just come up and stand up at the top of our mat. Grab either your 2 weights or your 1 heavy, because what we're going to do is tricep dips behind our head. So standing at the top of your mat, I'm going to do mirror image to y'all. So weights are heart center. Let that right foot get heavy. Do an inhale, left knee to chest. Open it up to the side, finding a standing tree pose. Probably could be low or high, depending on what works for you. Weights come together overhead, and then we're just doing tricep extensions right over our head. Down, squeeze it up, but we're doing it in tree pose. So we got balance, we have movement, tall spine, slow with the breath. You got it. Ooh, nice. Just have 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms first back to heart center. Left knee forward, bring it down. Arms can come down. You can give them a little roll. Shake off that side, right? Because every side's a little different. So we just want to be kind to ourselves as we practice balancing. So weights back, heart center. Weight shifts to that left foot. Feel it there first. Breathe in, right knee to the chest. And then slowly open it to the side. Roll the foot somewhere on that strong standing leg. Then option to bring those weights overhead. You know, the triceps come alongside our ears. So they bend and they straighten. Yeah. Whew. And you want your gaze to be where you can stay strong and steady. If we're already hot, our heart rate is beating. This is challenging. So meet yourself where you are and just crank out 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So knee comes forward, bring those arms down alongside your body. Give your shoulders alternate rolls if that feels good. We're going to find ourselves coming to a forward fold. So at the top of the mat, take a breath in, arms can reach overhead. Exhale, weights through heart center. Release those weights if you have them. Breathe in halfway. Exhale, fold and stay. Heel toe your feet a little bit further apart, bend into both knees. Get a hold of your big toes, that peace sign fingers. Or guess what? Any other forward fold choice. When you get in that forward fold, have a little softness in your knees. Find an inhale, little halfway lift. And then exhale, use the strength of your arms, whatever they're connected with, to pull your torso a little bit closer towards your thighs. Tailbone is tipping up to the ceiling, releasing through the neck. Release those fingers in front of you. Find that one halfway lift one more time. And then fold back down. Heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat. So the heels point in, toes point out. Bend at both knees, coming all the way down to Malasana spot. I saw you were already there, Randy. It was feeling good. Hands can be heart center. Close the eyes for a minute. Just breathe. Breathe. And you know, we're going to sneak in a couple of abs here. So from here, if you can either bring your hands down or your hands behind you. We're coming all the way down to the earth. You're going to lay all the way down. Feet are going to point up to the ceiling. Arms can be alongside your body, palms down, or you can make that little triangle to your lower back, right? And you're actually laying on your palms. Kind of depends what feels in your body. And your upper body's going to stay down the entire time. So take a breath in. Exhale, lower your right leg down at a hover. And then inhale it up. Left leg comes down to a hover. You're alternating your legs here and inhale it up. So you do you, right? Lower down, exhale. Inhale, pull it back up. And then when it gets up top, lower the other one down. And you're doing your own pace. So you decide how slow or fast you're going to do. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both legs up, back up tall. Now, of course, you can take a break at any time, which would be bringing your knees into your chest, but otherwise, jump right back in as we continue our journey. So your legs are up and nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, lower them just halfway. 45 degree. Inhale, bring it back up top. Exhale, lower down halfway, 45 degree. Now you do you. So it's the inhale up, exhale only halfway down. Inhale back up, and just thinking how you are working this big old muscle down the front of our body. You always want to say, we're doing abs. Guess what? We were doing abs the whole class, but now we're really isolating and we're fatiguing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold them at 45 degrees. Hold them here. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean them over to the right. Inhale back to center. Lean them over to the left. Bring them back to center. Lean them over to the right. Bring them back to center. Lean them over to the left. Bring them back to center. 2 more cycles. Right, center, left, center. Last one. All the way to the right. And then all the way to the left. Back to center. Bring those knees into your chest. Oh my gosh, doesn't that feel awesome? Whew, you've done it. And guess what? Now I can put the Coolie Cool on because we got warm. So we will make it cooler in here for you all. It might feel better to reach your arms overhead. That might feel good as you stretch through the abdominal. Woo. You guys are amazing. I might have overextended myself again today. I apologize. Ooh, it just happens sometimes. Ooh. So, the cool is coming. Bend at both knees, soles of the feet come to the earth, arms alongside your body. We're just going to bring in a little easy bridge pose here. So walking your heels as close to your glutes as you can, a little tuck of the chin, a fold of the shoulder blades underneath the body. Palms are facing down. As you breathe in, press into the palms, lift up through the hips. Honoring the back body. Ooh. One more breath here. Exhale, lower everything down to the earth. And then we're going to take that right shin, cross it over the left thigh like a figure four. You can bring your hands underneath the left thigh and bring it close to your body for a figure four stretch. You can roll through the ankle. You can find any movement in your body here. And then slowly that left sole of foot comes back down to the earth, but keep this shape, bring your arms to goalpost or T, and then just twist your body over to the left. So that right foot may come down towards the earth. And of course, you can take any other twist that might feel good. And then that slow breath in, everything comes back through the center, gentle release of that right leg back down to the earth, and find a little windshield wiper motion side to side before we move to figure four, second side, where that left shin crosses over the right thigh. Option to gather that right thigh closer towards your body, rolling through the ankles, all the while breathing, staying present. Feeling into the body. And then slowly that right sole of foot comes back down to the earth, arms come into goal pose. And then you twist this interesting shape all the way over to the right. Maybe that left sole of foot now comes to the earth as you ground down through the left shoulder. And just breathing into the body. Making that conscious effort to connect every move to the shape we invite in. And then when you're ready, you'll slowly come back to center. And then you're going to take just the next 4 to 6 breaths to bring any other shape into your practice. Before we move to our final resting pose, I'm going to come around with your cool cloth. It's infused with peppermint and essential oil. So I'll put it in either your hand or the left corner of the mat as you just kind of round out your practice here. And of course, if you want to go right to Shavasana, you're welcome to do that too. And if you're not already made your way there, you're finding that final resting pose, that shape where you truly honor your body. And for those of us online, don't cheat yourself out of this time. Finding yourself just in that quiet space to breathe, to invite that restoration back into our bodies. The time is now. Your Shavasana. As you bring attention to your physical self, nourish your body with your breath by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And then open up, let it go. And then just finding yourself gently awakening your body, whatever way you see fit, as you move fingers and toes and those movements grow. And then you find yourself, if you like, just laying on your favorite side body just for a moment before we come to seated, or any posture that feels good. And just taking this moment to return to that intention, that vibration that you sent out into the universe. Can you revisit that? Can you share that same energy with everyone around in this room, out into the community, our friends, our families, the universe, right? We're all energy. And then slowly you'll find yourself rising up to that easy seat if you're not already there. You can have a soft gaze, your eyes can be closed. And then we just find ourselves sealing our practice through the union of a shared breath. So together, let's take a deep breath in through the nose and release. Bring your palms to your heart, a little tuck of the chin. The light in me honors, respects, sees the light in each and every one of you. As we bow forward together, we say, Namaste. Thanks, everybody, here and at home. Appreciate you. Once you're done with your cool cloth, they can go back in the little caddy. Sorry, Sophia, I didn't have a cool cloth for you, but I appreciate you. Thanks for coming on. You're so welcome.